important if you consider it to be important. So you need to pay a very particular listening ear and pay particular attention to what I'm trying to share here today. So you see, the topic is, why do people end up differently? Why do people end up differently? So in this world where we live, we have opportunities, we have chances, we have circumstances, we have situations that are different. Every human being is different. Every person is different from the other person. But one thing that we need to realize is that the quality and type of choices that you make as a person determine how you end up at the end of the day. Take, for instance, two men, both that are 40 years old. They have the same number of birthdays, they have the same number of years that they have lived on the face of the earth. Probably they were born on the same day. But if you look at their lives critically, you discover that they have different results altogether. The other person, maybe at 40, is still struggling to make a living. The other person at 40 is living a comfortable life. So you ask yourself, why is it like this, or why has it come to this? The first thing that you need to understand, being the reason for this distinction, is the decisions, number one, that these two people who are both 40 have made in their lives. The choices that they've also made in their lives. Their level of education or their exposure. So one between the two of those that are 40, you find that maybe chose a career path that gives them an opportunity to earn more. And on the other hand, the other person chose a career path that does not allow them to earn more. But they're the same people, all right? But they've made two different choices. Now, what happens is that the one that chooses a correct career path is likely to beat the other one who may have not chosen a correct career path. And this is one of the reasons why people are stressed today. And one of the reasons is because they compare themselves to other people to say, how is it that this person who is the same age as mine is doing far much better than me? Well, I hated to break it to you that it is the quality of your decisions, the quality of your choices, the type of your choices, and the level of exposure that you have that will differentiate you. And on the other hand, you could have somebody that is 40 and somebody who is twice as old as that person. Or maybe you have somebody who is 20 and another person who is 40. And when you compare the levels of achievement, you realize that sometimes you find that a 20-year-old is doing far much better than someone who is 40 years old. So the wisdom of life is to really ask for wisdom from above. You really need to understand how things work as early as possible if you are to walk on a path that will distinguish you from the rest of the people in the society. If you become too slow, you may not get it. Or if you become too reserved, too cautious, you don't want to, take risks, you don't want to move, you don't want to make decisions that are wise enough, you find yourself lagging behind. And when you lag behind, you're not going to blame person A or person B. Because when you blame another person for your lagging behind, we can bring you a case study of another person who is much younger than you, that is doing far much better than you. So we need to understand that in a society where we live, age does not equate to how much wealth you have. Or age does not equate to how much wisdom you may have acquired. But it is the quality of the conscious decisions that you make as a person. on a daily basis that come to distinguish you, the quality decisions that you make on a daily basis, the conscious decisions that you want to make, to choose to be distinguished from the other people, from the other class of people, that will actually make a difference for your life. So people end up differently based on the levels of exposure, and the quality of exposure, on the quality of decisions that they make, on the type of choices that they have made in their lives. So you could have somebody who is 40 and they are very healthy, and somebody who is 40 that is very sickly. Two people, maybe living in the same city. And then you find this person's choices of things or this quality of life is totally different from the other person. So there is power in decision making. There is power in choices. There is power in the quality of decisions that you make. So if you take your life casually, and you're a person that does not take keen interest in deciding to make your life a different, thing, you find yourself in a position that you don't want to be at the end of the day. So every person must take responsibility for the choices that they make. Every person must take responsibility for the decisions that they make. Because the results of your decisions, or rather the consequences of your decisions, are yours to bear at the end of the day. You cannot transfer your sickness to the other person. You cannot transfer, your lagging behind to the other person. It is all yours to bear. It may affect the next person or somebody near to you in one or the other, but for the most part, it affects you, the owner. So I want you to take a leaf from what I'm just trying to put across today. Make a conscious decision to want to be different. Make a conscious decision to do things differently. We have people or countries like, for example, China or Japan, for example. That nation is very, very, very developed technologically. So we have countries that are technologically advanced. But if you look at their climatic conditions, you look at the terrain of their country, you look at a lot of things that are happening in their country, you realize to say there are other places just on the face of the earth or other countries that are which have got maybe better quality of weather and everything. But these two countries are totally different in terms of development. Why? Because the other country has made very, very conscious quality decisions, and they have taken necessary steps to be totally different and to do the right thing. And the other country or the other people have not taken conscious decisions to take quality decisions, to make quality decisions rather. And what happens is that you find that the other countries remain beggars and the other countries remain independent. So this example of countries that I've given is one that points back to individuals as well. We as individuals have a role to play. If you want your life to be extraordinary, you have to make conscious decisions that can make your life extraordinary. If you want your life to be totally different, you have to make quality decisions that will usher you into the quality life that you want to have at the end of the day. It's not automatic. So hear it from me. People end up differently because of many, many reasons. But one of the main reasons I wanted to put across is the decisions that these people make and the choices that they make in their lives. And so they end up differently. So the question that you should ask yourself today is, how do I want to end up? How do I want my life to look like at the end of the day? Okay, what kind of results do I want to rot or wake out at the end of the day? It is up to you. If you make the conscious right decisions, your life will take on a certain direction. If you don't make the correct decisions, your life will take on a certain direction. There's no one to blame. Everybody must take responsibility for the life that they live. And this is very important for you to realize each and every single day. So take responsibility, make the right decisions, make the right choices, and be open-minded. Be open-minded, be open-minded, and be very, very hungry, to pursue things that spur your interest, to make things that just, uh, you know, transform your life to the next level. Take keen interest in making your life a better thing and a better place. No one will do it for you. No one is coming to save you. Only you can save you. So the limits that you have are the ones that you place on yourself. So take a leaf from what I've said, and may you make the right decision, right choices, and be distinguished in this life.